Hello everyone, it's Jizzy today, and I want to talk about the Xbox showcase that happened over the weekend. Basically, it was okay. There wasn't much there again for me. Unfortunately, there wasn't any of the major hitting franchises like uh, Fallout. Well, there was Fallout 76, but who cares? There was no Fallout news. There wasn't any Elder Scrolls news, just ESO, which, in all honesty, I don't. It doesn't feel like an Elder Scrolls to me. When I've played it, I've gave it plenty of chances, and it just doesn't feel like it, unfortunately. Um, yeah, so no Halo either. The only thing that was there was the Outer Worlds that caught my eye. To be honest, that looks interesting. I like all the quirkiness. The showcase was very cool to watch actually, and I'm kind of very interested in that game now, especially because they added a third person, which I think is cool because I like looking at my characters and the character's armor and the weapons and stuff. I like a third person perspective. So seeing that they've added that makes it me like, oh, I'm liking this. I might get it, because it just seemed very cool to me. And there was also this Clockwork game. It sort of had time manipulation and all that stuff, and cool aesthetics and weapon design and stuff like that, and weapon customization. Of course, the Outer Worlds 2 did have that. They got cool science weapons and guns and stuff like that. So yeah, those two games stick out the most for me. I didn't really see anything else that really did, unfortunately. But it's still like it was disappointing because I wanted to see the setup for like Fable and stuff like that, and next year, and see what else games they got. Like, I want to see more of Gears of War E Day, see how that's going, because I have heard that it's struggling in development, which is concerning. Same with Fable, that it's struggling in development, and it's just like I need to see a little bit more of him in order to be like, look, I want this, or no, this needs to be improved in this way, and then suggest feedback. I do feel like it's with the Gears of War remaster, I don't see why they're doing it. Yeah, why don't they just launch it on the additional platforms and stuff, like straight away, just port it, you know? Because I'm pretty sure I can play it at like really high details and stuff already with the Ultimate Edition, so I'm not too sure. Apparently, there's a beta coming out this week, or something like that, for because it's coming out in August, so like 2 months away, I think. So yeah, it was a hot and cold for me, I guess. This weekend of games, the highlight being the Xbox showcase, but it's still it the what it how it was a highlight, because the PlayStation was fairly boring. The Summer Game Fest was fairly boring. So being a highlight amongst that isn't that much. Um, yeah, one of the things I really liked about the Outer Worlds 2 was the silly perks, or flaws, especially the knee cracking one. I think that's very funny. Like, you can walk really fast and stuff, but as soon as you stand up, someone's in the area making knees crack. Someone's gonna hear. I thought that was hilarious. I thought that was really funny and clever. But it is a shame that they don't have animations for stealth kills. So it's just like someone just stabbing, and it looks like I'm stabbing the air when they go like weirdly flying and stuff. There isn't any animation, because I know how to do that. I know how to animate from a third person a an animation of stealth killing, because I've watched I've watched a video and I've implemented it in learning Unreal Engine and stuff. I know how to do that, so it's not hard to do, which is unfortunate. You know, so it's just like it. I keep seeing games, and I keep saying, oh, if they had that, that would be cool. Because I think everyone wants like a stealth mechanic and stealth kills animations and stuff. If you want to be a sneaky person in an RPG, not just, oh, you stick out your knife and the enemy gets +5 damage because of your sneak animation. You want to be cool and do like a sneaky animation, like in Cyberpunk. That's pretty cool. I feel like I'm an epic assassin. How I just quickly like and they're gone. You know. Um, but that's it's sometimes you want to be a brute going through. I guess not everyone's gonna take it. So the energy of putting in a stealth sort of animation doesn't seem profitable, but it shows that you're willing to go the extra mile, and that the added details is nice. So yeah, they haven't done that. But then again, it sounds like the Outer Worlds 2 has a lot in it, and it is very interesting. And the Clockwork game that I saw by In Exile, it looks really cool. I'm liking the aesthetics, and I'm liking the Clockwork people and stuff like that. I'm wondering if you make a character and you could be a Clockwork person, but it looks like, from what I've seen, you're just human. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with being human. Uh, but yeah, apart from that, I didn't really see anything else. Nothing really caught my eye. The next Call of Duty's been announced, and that's just like, oh great, of course it is. I don't particularly care, because they're all just it's a staple franchise that's just released yearly and stuff like that, and it's just like boring to me, and not really interesting. Yeah, but I'm really disappointed that we didn't see much of the Elder Scrolls 6. We didn't see anything. I think we should have had a tease, but from now, I think now, I think it's a long way away. I don't think we're gonna see any teases next year with Elder Scrolls or anything, or any Elder Scrolls particular news. And that's about it. At least Oblivion will be getting updates and being fixed and stuff. But apart from that, there's not really much that really caught my eye in this entire weekend of gaming, from PlayStation, from Summer Game Fest, from indie developments and stuff like that. It's been a lot of games that you're just like, who's the audience for this? Who's gonna buy this? This just doesn't seem right. And as a person who can like niche games, I consider not Dragon Age, Dragon's Dogma to be kind of niche, because it just seems to be, it releases something and then goes nowhere. There's like, oh, it's great, but not many people liked it, so we're not going to do it again. But it's like, it's fantastic. So annoying. So yeah, I do think that it's going to be a bit of a naff year, unfortunately. I guess I am looking forward to a free update for Gears of War. Get some more people playing that game again and get in the lobbies and stuff, and take some fools out. But I played the hell of Ultimate Edition already, and Gears 5. Ultimate Edition doesn't have many people playing it, unfortunately. So it's like, I don't really, I don't have the time to just be waiting for lobbies, that kind of thing. So it's fairly disappointing for gamers, I'd say. There wasn't anything particularly like overwhelming. Only 2 games out of everything caught my eye, like really caught my eye. And even then, Outer Worlds 2, I wasn't interested in it. And then it showed the third person aspect, and I was like, oh, all right, why don't you just lead with this first? Kind of thing. Because being locked in first person, I just don't like it for some reason. I really don't like it. Like, I want to try and finish Stalker because I'm really interested. I like the survival mechanics, but it's locked on first person, and I can't seem to fully engage with it, unfortunately. Well, yeah, that's all from me anyway. Fairly disappointing, and a slow year, and just not very like, oh my god, kind of thing. It's just yeah, it's just a few games. And of course, there was like announcements outside of the sort of Xbox showcases and all them stuff, like the Expanse, that looks interesting, the sci-fi thing, like Mass Effect, that looked pretty cool. Looking forward to that. So yeah, 3 games, but like 2 games from all the showcases. That's not very good. But yeah, it's not bad. It's at least we got 2 games. Now, hopefully next year will be better. I think 2026 is going to be a good year for gaming, especially with like Fable, hopefully Gears of War E-Day, and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, that's all from me. I've ragged on about gaming for a while. Yeah, alright, that's all from me. See you in a bit. Bye!